Hello world, this is Nadira Bai with NBI Inspires, and I'm here to inspire you. This is episode 18. Yes, episode 18. Yes, we are making it happen. They are happening, y'all. This is really happening. Like, I'm telling you, if you would have told me last year that I'd be doing a podcast, I'd be like, you're right. If you would have told me a year ago I would be on social media, I'd be like, you're right. If you would have told me that I am now a life coach, I'd be like, you're right. A life and relationship coach, I'm sorry. If you would have told me those things, I'd be like, yeah, right, that's not happening. And I'm here. So I'm saying that to not make it about me. I just want you to know that you are also here. And this is not about me, this is about all of you. And this platform is to give you the advice and the goals, that the goal setting and the belief and the knowing that you have what it takes to live your life the way that you wish for it to be, that you have what it takes to be proud of who you are and what you want out of life, and to give love and be loved. You have what it takes. So that's the reason why I share that story, because I believe in you and I want the best for you. Okay. So episode 18 is commitment. But before we roll into that, I just want to start with appreciation. So I want to thank God. I really do. Thank you, God, for everything. Thank you, Allah. Thank you to my family, my loving husband, my children. My son just turned 1. Woo! To my siblings, my parents. Love you. Shoot with Haas. All my friends, all the listeners. Love you all. Thank you so much for making this dream come true. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. You know how it goes. Hope you subscribe. Okay, so now it's on to episode 18, which is commitment. The definition of commitment is a state of quality of being dedicated to a cause, an activity, that's the noun. Also an engagement or obligation that restricts freedom or of action. Now, episode 15 was about relationships, so I'm kind of tying them all into one. And when it comes to being committed, and just in anything, commitment is very huge. And commitment is bigger than all of us. A commitment is, in my opinion, the way I look at commitment is basically saying, it's like you're a general, you're a leader. That's what a commitment is, more than us. It's bigger than us. Like love, you have love, and then its commitment is right under it, along with listening and all that. Like I stated before, an episode prior, it's about, are you going to put whatever you say you want, are you going to make it happen? Commitment is also that discipline. Commitment is basically saying that I am going to refrain from doing what feels good at the moment because I know it's not healthy for me or my relationship or those that I love. You know, that's what commitment is. Commitment is showing up for yourself and the ones that you love, even though it's hard, even though it doesn't feel good at the time. Like commitment is also, it's just in all forms. Like if you want to get in shape, you have to commit yourself to eating a certain way. You have to commit yourself to working out. You have to commit yourself to being structured. Commitment. You got to be dedicated. You got to be focused. Like, you know what? I'm all in. I'm going to make sure that I am focused and I am disciplined. I am committed to making myself achieve this big goal that I have, and then I can achieve it. Commitment is, no, I am not going to look at that person's social media that I find attractive because I know I want my other half to do the same thing. Commitment is saying that, yes, I said I was going to be there, and you show up because you know it means a lot to the person that you care about. Commitment is showing up. Commitment is just doing the best you can for those that you care about. And again, like I said before, it starts with you first. Are you being committed to yourself first? Are you being healthy with yourself first? Are you doing what's best for yourself first so that you can show up the right way for other people? That is huge. So huge. Commitment's huge. And now we live in a time where it's just like commitment is like, it's not a big deal. It's like, doesn't matter if you cheat. It doesn't matter if you give into your desires and hurt other people's feelings. It doesn't matter if you just break things off and don't hold your word. Oh my God. It's okay if you say mean things to people and curse people out. Like, what? No, that's not okay. Commitment is huge. A commitment is when you're really thinking about what you say and do before you do it. And you hold yourself accountable. That's what commitment is. You hold yourself accountable first. That self-love, that self-check on yourself first. That's what commitment is. And it's huge. Commitment is huge. Because when you're committed, you have growth. When you're committed, you're going to have aspirations. When you're committed, you're going to have positive results. You're committed, things are going to work. Commitment is not easy at times, but guess what? It's worth it. When something's worth having, it's going to take some effort. And sometimes we're living this instant gratification era where it's okay to get things you want quick, fast, and you don't value anything. And that is a big, big problem. Even if you look when you're like on HBO Max or like Disney Plus or something like that, or Netflix, I know for myself, when you want to binge something, you want to see the next, of course, binge is out over and over, right? But I know in Disney Plus, when The Mandalorian came out, and we're like, oh man, we got to wait till next week. That's whack. Oh, it sucks. But that's old school. We should be waiting for things because you can value it. You can value it. You know what I mean? But when you're not, when you're committed, like, oh, I'm going to watch it. I mean, I know I'm segueing, but the point I'm making is that a commitment is something that is bigger than you. And what's happening is, like I was saying, with instant gratification is when you have things where it's now, it's hard for you to value it. It's hard for you to be committed because you're expecting things to happen at a dime, the moment you say so. And that's not the way life goes. And then you have no values. And if you're living your life that way, you're going to be disappointed because as you grow, that's not the world. Although whatever you choose to see will be, right? Seeing is believing. But if you surround yourself with that and that's not real, it's going to be an eye opener of disappointment because there's a cause and effect. But when you're committed, and the committed, again, I like to correlate the beginning letter, the first letter of a word with another word, because I believe it ties into one. So when it comes to commitment and you are being focused, you're being considerate of the other person. And so big, it's bigger than you. And I know I keep strongly emphasizing the word, how big something is, because it is. Don't downplay the importance of having commitments. Commitments are huge. You will not achieve greatness if you have no commitments. You have to have commitments. You have to have something that is bigger than you. Honor. You have to honor something, someone, something, some goal. That's important. That's so important. If you don't have that, then you're going to be empty inside. You're going to look for quick gratification constantly. On to the next thing, and you're not retaining any information. There'll be times where, and I know we all do, we'll be on our feed or social media or anything, and there's so much information, you don't even remember what you saw. You don't even remember. There's so much happening all the time. It's like, oh my God, like you can't even process. And that could be a scary thing because it's like you can't retain anything because there's so much coming at you all the time. However, like I said, with commitment, and then you have the being considerate, you also have a choice. And the commitment, and you're being considerate of those that you care about. And with yourself, you have a choice to make. What is the choice are you going to make? That is a big one. What is the choice you're going to make? Are you going to make the choice to not talk to that person? Are you going to make a choice not to eat that pint of ice cream right before bed? Are you going to make the choice to get up early and do your prayers, or get up early and work out? Are you going to make the choice, a conscious effort to stick to your commitments? Are you going to make the conscious choice to do what you said you're going to do, and you're going to stick to that timeline? Are you going to show up for the people that need you to show up? That's what commitment is. Commitment is bigger than all of us. And a commitment is beautiful because when you're committed, the flowers are going to grow. When you're committed, you're watering the flowers in your garden because you're committed. And when springtime, they're blooming, they're beautiful. And you're like, wow, your garden is so beautiful because I'm committed. And that's how you need to look at your life. Are you watering your garden consistently? Another C word. Are you consistently committed and considerate and making the choice to water your garden every day? Are you doing that? Are you doing it, ladies? Are you doing it? I hope so. You have to. Because in order for those beautiful flowers to bloom that are inside of us, because we're the flowers, in order for that to happen, you have to do those things. You got to do those things. Be committed. Be committed to yourself. And if you're in a relationship with anyone and they're not being committed to you, I believe it is time to make some changes. That's another C word, changes, but only you know. Only you know. But commitment is a very big one. And it doesn't matter what other people's society and the world is projecting. Whatever you put out in the world is going to come back to you. And people should not have to tolerate not being with someone that doesn't value them and doesn't respect them, no matter what it is, no matter who it is, what it is, whatever it is. Be committed, be focused, have values, be focused, have goals, have dreams, have vision, have it. I know I end with, time waits for no one, and it doesn't. Don't focus on what other people do. You be committed to what you need to be committed to. You be focused on what you need to be focused on. Don't worry about what other people are doing. That's just going to hinder you. It's not going to grow you. What? I heard the other day, a really good friend of mine was just like, yeah, this person said this about you. I was like, man, I don't even care. I don't. What even knowing that, like, what is a great quote? If they ain't talking about you, ain't doing nothing right. True. And you know what I say about people that haters or people that want to talk behind people's back? I want you to say that to my face with the exact same energy you said behind my back, but you won't because you a punk. So whatever. And even if you did, and that's not adding any value to me. I don't care. You have your opinion. You can think that. I think things about you too, but guess what? How is that going to help me? I have to work on me. I have to be committed to what I have to do. I have to be committed to God. I have to be committed to my family. I have to be committed to myself. So worrying about what you got to say about me and your opinions of me are not helping me. So thank you, but no thank you. I will only listen to the people that really want what's best for me or considerate to me and committed to me. But if you're about negativity, I'm not listening to that. Like I said in the other episode, I'm not entertaining that. And you should do the same. Be committed to you. Be committed to those that you love. Be committed to a higher calling. Be committed. And really ask yourself, are you committed? Are the things I just mentioned, are you at that level? And if you're not, that's okay. You're going to get there. You're going to get there. Give yourself the opportunity to get there. Okay? And be well. Enjoy life. Love life. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. Be love. Just be love. Give love. Love, love, love. Love, love, right? And yeah, it's great. It's really great just really thinking about the things when you really think about how beautiful life is and, how special and we all are and how you'll get the great things you want out of life if you just are committed, if you stay focused, if you stay on the path, if you don't deviate. It's such a great thing. And just knowing that we are meant to create wonders. You are, because you're wonderful. So it's in you. So make it happen. Make it come to life. Really make it come to life. Because you're meant to do it. You're meant to do great things. You are. God would not put in all of us talents and gifts if we were not meant to use them. In order to use them, you got to be committed. I love doing the podcast. I love giving advice as a life coach and relationships. I love writing. I love doing those things. But if I didn't entertain it, if I wasn't committed to bringing them to life, then it'd be a waste. And you wouldn't be able to listen to these jewels that I'm dropping. You wouldn't be listening to this game if I didn't do that. But that's because of God, But, that wouldn't happen. So he wouldn't put these beautiful gifts and talents inside of us if we were meant to use them. So it's up to us to be committed and to do it and stay focused. It's up to you. It's up to all of us. And you have what it takes. You have what it takes. No one is better than you. You have what it takes. Come on, let's go. Really, really love yourself and be really honest with yourself and look at the things you need to work on so you can get to the next step. And look back at your life and just, are you getting better than you were yesterday? And, we make mistakes. Don't be hard. No one's meant to be perfect. Honestly, we are not. God is perfect. We are not meant to be perfect, y'all. But excellence, again, execute with excellence. That's what you need to be striving for. And how do you do that? Is with being committed, being consistent, making the right choices, being considerate of yourself and others and those you care about. Making those changes, those conscious changes. All these C's words, oh my God, powerful. C. For the creation, from the creator. Woo, go ahead, girl. What else I got to say? This all comes from God, y'all. I'm telling you. This ain't me. This is all him. And it's true. And it's definitely necessary. You are necessary. You were not born out of nothing. You are necessary. You're here for a reason. So make it count. Act like you know why you were here. Make it count. Okay? Another C word. Count. Make it count. All right? So in closing, bringing it all home, I just want to thank you so much for listening. I love doing this, and I even more, I just love the fact that I'm praying that this is having such a positive impact on women and girls and, the queens and princesses and just everyone. I just hope it's really giving you all what you need, and you feel good. I just hope you really feel good. And I want you to just get off of this and just reflect and, inwardly and whatever you need to do. I hope this is providing that for you. I care about you, want the best for you, and just be well. Just be really, really well, and make others feel well too. Feel good. All right? So now is the time. All we have is now. And be very, very good to each other. Be good to each other. It's missing in the world, y'all. It's missing. Doesn't mean it's gone, but it is missing. And we need a lot more of being really good to each other. And make it count, okay? Thanks for listening. Check you out next time.